Okay, I have no idea how long this is going to be. My plan a long time ago was to kind of get a vlog together. I've had some previous episodes from years ago and I haven't kept up with it. But I wanted to change my vlog up a little bit and just do a thing called Old Lego is Cool Lego. And I was actually going to script it out like people who vlog do. They should. I should anyway, because I just go off on tangents all the time. But I was going to do a thing called Old Lego is Cool Lego. And I had some ideas because I happen to have some pretty old Lego. But before I get to that, hopefully semi-regular vlogging, I bought a lot off of Facebook buy and sell last week. Well, today's Good Friday, so this week. Monday, Tuesday. I was on my Facebook. I went on buy and sell, and I found a lot for $20. It was close to Smithville, Ontario. The lady is moving, and her kids don't want the Lego anymore. And I just happened to see, just by looking at the one picture, that there were pieces in the bucket. It's a little tiny, well, I wouldn't say tiny, but it was a little steel bucket that I have that I don't own. One of them was this piece right here. This is a really cool, the 1x4 trans clear brick with the Lego logo on front, and it was in the picture. And I said, and that's the old Lego logo. Well, there's so many old Lego logos, but this is one that predates by two, I would imagine. This is the one that you think is the most recent one, but you can see there's a little space between the L and the E where you see red. This predates our current logo, which actually I can show you right here. So there's the L and the E, and notice there's no red between the L and the E, whereas this one, which is the one I grew up with basically, has a little bit of red coming down. So they changed that. I can't remember how long ago, but they changed it a while back. So that's the logo I grew up with when I was a kid, and this is the logo that was around before I was a kid. And so I would imagine that whoever owned this lot, the parents gave it to him. The person's probably slightly older than I am. A lot of 60s and 70s Lego in this lot. And I might as well show it to you right off the bat. So I sorted it out a little bit. Here, I'm grabbing the camera now. And so we got the colors all sorted out. Those are the quote-unquote basic pieces. The non-cool pieces, even though for me all Lego is cool Lego, including old Lego. But so we got the gray, black, white, blue, red, yellow, which coincidentally is the logo I also grew up with as a kid. The trans clear, the busted pieces, the electric motors, 4.5 volt, and all the pieces that I wanted to talk about. Starting with these, of course, the minifigs that are not minifigs, the non-movable minifigs, but the blank heads and whatever. There was some Technic in there, so I would imagine this was the last set the people got. This is like early, well, this is 1977 is when they released Technic. And so there are some Technic pieces in there. A lot of these nice printed pieces and the more printed pieces. And then, of course, over here we have these pieces, which immediately made me think of there would be these lights in the kit. And there were 4.5 volt lights for these trans blue and trans red and trans green. And, of course, the bricks that hold on the wires, which is kind of neat, the 1x2 bricks. And the logos again. And then the hotel, which I've never seen this one before, ever. I've never owned that piece. And three of these, again, 1x6 trans clear. It's kind of faded a bit now, but or yellowed a bit, but it says shell. Number bricks and letter bricks, the originals. Of course, lots of letters missing, lots of numbers missing, but what are you going to do? I throw it into with my other ones. These big doors I've always thought were cool. They came out in the, I think, early to mid 70s. Always cool. But they also have these guys in this lot. So I was expecting space, and I did see this in the original picture, which is why I bought it. I thought there would be space pieces, and there aren't besides these two pieces in this gun piece. No other space pieces to talk about. The original 4.5 volt lights, which maybe we'll get them working later. These cool tires, which I can go into in a little bit later. Some waffle bricks, 2x8 waffle bricks, plates. I mean waffle plates, 2x8. So this person obviously had the 4.5 volt train, the 182, which my friend Pete actually gave me a few years back, because here's all the windows for that set. So he also had the same set. These lots of windows in this lot, but I took out the cool ones, the 2x1s, 1x1s, the 2x3 door, and 1x2 white. This is why I know they had the 182 train set, because that's on the front, and of course all these bushings, tons of bushings. All these flags here, really cool flags, really good condition. All these little signs, town signs. The milky white antenna, missing a spoke, but still really cool. One of these attachers, my cousin George, who's one of my oldest cousins, had these when in his Lego collection when I used to go over there and play with it. I always liked those. 1x1 round bricks with no ridge on the bottom. So this is going way back, and I don't know if you can see the logo, but it's a really cool logo, the original. I mean, some did have the ridge on the bottom, but a lot of non-ridged bottoms, including the black. Then we get over here where we got the original gears, but it looks like it's two different lots. So again, they probably had over years gotten two different gear sets, original mid-70s gears. And then the Milky Way axles, which again, mid-70s, before Technic came out with the black axles. And the bushings, these are the original bushings. I had a few of those from my sets when I was a kid, a few more now. The Technic 2x4 brick, which is always cool. Again, my first thought from my old Legos, cool Lego, was to do a series on these bricks, which I think were awesome. And they would go through here, and I have a bunch of sets that use that. And this is also, I also know that they had the 182 train, more pieces, the magnetic couplings. And then we get back over here and we can see that he had a lot of, well, at least 3 4.5 volt motors, which he decimated. Oh well, they are quite beat up. So anyway, so that's the cool stuff in the lot. I'm gonna put this camera back over here. And I have, oh, this is what I also found. So the shield swords, I think from the original Yellow Castle, if I'm not mistaken, but absolutely no castle guys, 0 castle guys. So, and I know it wasn't these nondescript minifigs without the moving arms, so I don't know. Oh, and the conveyor belt from the quarry. But of course the conveyor itself is busted to pieces. It's in the broken bin over there. It's kind of sad. The rubber for the 4.5 volt motor, train motor. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back over here. So you're looking at me again. Hi. So, because I wanted to talk about a few things. I was very impressed with this set for 20 bucks. I got all that Lego for 20 bucks. Some really cool pieces for 20 bucks. Pieces that, again, I've never owned before. I mean, that's just really awesome. But the one thing I did want to do while the camera's there is the 4.5 volt train motors, or just regular motors, were decimated. I mean, this is just that. I'm very not happy with that. But again, not my collection. So, well, it is now. It's part of my collection. All these connectors. Again, these are original. I mean, this is the 4.5 volt connections now. Well, when they came out, this predates that. That's for the train and everything else. So the switch that goes on the battery box, but no battery box, so that was probably smashed to pieces or thrown out. This was the one that was mostly intact, and even had the top. You can see the screw holes and the screw holes in here, and so that fits perfectly. So this guy here probably went on one of these, but of course the bottom's all busted up, so I can't do anything about that. C'est la vie. What was I doing? All right. So many years ago, when pre-internet, I was in my late teens, early 20s. So we're talking 1980 something. I found Spectrum Aurora, which sold Lego and other things to the educational department at schools. And I got one of their brochures, and I ordered a motor, thinking it was the where am I here? This is the motor I thought I ordered, because that's all that existed in my mind. I mean, I had a couple of those things, but when I wanted to build my Technic, I had built that interface between my Commodore 64 and these motors. So I ordered a motor, and what showed up was, and I can't believe I kept it this long, what showed up was, let me see if I can find it again. I just had it. Maybe that one. These are all my odds and sods bins that I get over the years, broken 9-volt motors, and I keep everything unless it's really icky, then I throw it out, because I'm curious. Like, this is the inside of that 9-volt motor. I thought that's cool. Just, it was busted, the magnet pulled away, as they tended to do. But I ordered a motor from Spectrum back in the late 80s, mid 80s, and this is the motor I got. And I said, hey, that's not the motor I ordered. But I didn't complain. And I had no idea what this motor was for, because I never took apart my 4.5 volt motors, and they didn't have a lot of them. But now I do know. Actually, I'm going to put that on hold for a sec, because I wanted to test this. So I have these two connectors, and I have this 4.5 volt light. So that comes on. That's really cool. And then I have these lights. See, and then what you would do is that you put it behind there, and then you have lights on your layout, or whatever you want to light up. So that one had a light. This one had a light. So now I actually have. I mean, I had these once before, but I thought this one didn't have a light. But so this is, and you can tell that this is older than the 4.5 volt collections that I'm used to. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Because there's no pinhole in the middle, because as you can see, our connectors have that little piece of plastic. I guess it's so you can't push it all the way in. That's as far as it'll go on these lights. So I have newer 4.5 volt lights. So these are older, and I don't have any of those. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to see if this motor, which I've never ever had on before, would work in here. So now it's there. I'm going to put that there. And nothing. And absolutely nothing. That is very disappointing. So let's just try this. Let's push it there. Push it there. Okay, the motor works. That doesn't sound too good. So the motor works. Let's see if it's going to work on here. Again, push it down. Push it down. Put that there. Oh. Huh. Let's just try something else. Let's try this. This is the wire that I kept with the set, with this lot. Again, it doesn't have the piece in the middle. I'm using my thing. So pop out. Let me put this on, and let me just grab a few tires. Let's just grab this guy, just because. And another one. That's good enough for testing. So here's a motor. Here's a tire. Okay, that's a little fun. Okay, so that actually works. I'm impressed by that. And the last thing I wanted to show is something that Gary Istok had on one of his posts the other day for. He has a nice feed on Facebook, and I follow him. He's a really cool guy. He knows a lot about the unofficial Lego. I can't remember. This is why you should script this stuff, because that's gonna. But I might put a link in the comments below. But this 9-tooth gear, original gear, goes inside these tires. Originally, you can see that it has these little 9 things around there. And I had no idea about this until I saw Gary's post the other day. And so, what happened, historically speaking, is there you go. There's your tire. Gary had reviewed this in one of his sets the other day, in one of those sets that used this tire, and then they used. Should have been ready for this. This tire. So that's kind of neat. I had no idea, because historically, when I found lots in flea markets, whatever, I would come across these tires, and I thought they were clones, so I threw them out. So I would have had dozens of these tires, because they weren't these tires; they are different. So I thought this was a knockoff or something, but it turns out that no, it was actually made by Lego, and you just do this, and all of a sudden you get this tire. And so now I have 2 of these tires. I've never had these tires. Well, I don't have any of these tires in my collection anymore. So thanks, Gary. A little too late for the ones I've already thrown out. But look at that. That's really awesome. What else is there? Oh, this is what I was gonna do. So I have. Remember the horrendous racket the motor was making. I don't have any graphite dust. I used to have graphite dust when I was doing train layouts, because it would work well with the train motors. But I do have this penetrate solvent free fast acting penetration. It's basically WD-40, but it's professional stuff. So hopefully, let's see what happens here. I'm just gonna make that crazy noise again. I wasn't happy with that crazy noise, so I was looking for something to stop that crazy noise. I think what happened was that motor sat in a bin for the last 30-40 years. Look at that. So now that motor's working just perfectly fine. I don't have the screws to keep this thing together. Just one more time, put this on here. Look at that. That makes me happy. It's funny, because as I said, I bought that motor from Spectrum Aurora way back in the day. I was a teenager. Probably a teenager. In high school. And I expected the 4.5 volt gray motor, and I got this thing, and I never knew what it was for. And then I saw this now. So what I noticed is when you put this thing together, again, I don't have the screws for this, is it says 4 volts right through there. That's the little looking glass. And well, I'm not going to take apart my 4 volt collection to find another one of these. But this motor works now, so I'm happy about that. This was a cool motor. Again, not this specific one, but this type, because I had these studs on top that were metal, and the battery box. Actually, the battery box you could clip on to here. The battery box would clip onto the metal. The 2 metal studs would hit the metal studs in the battery box, and then you can actually just leave this right on top of the motor and turn it on and off, backwards and forwards. I thought that was genius, because those are the exact size of a stud. Can you do it this way too? You can do it that way.
Dad, just so you know,
you can do it that way too.
anytime you see this ideas thing, you have to blur it out, because that's called copyright if you have it on video.
I do?
Yeah, and you have to blur out that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Just letting you know. Copyright is like a $20,000 fine.
Big fines. So Adidas is going to come and sue me because I'm using their... So anyway, I think that's enough for this video.
No.
I think it's enough for this video. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Maybe I will do this kind of a semi-regular basis. I'm going to try to...
Oh, yeah. And our next video is going to be geocaching.
Geocaching. So, other than that, I think that was a good video. Old Lego's cool Lego. Look for it. I'm going to...
No, old Lego is not cool Lego. These guys are the new Lego, and they're really cool.
We have a youngin' here who doesn't understand how cool old Lego is.
Because it's not.
Mm-hmm. Josh likes the new stuff.
Okay, tell me one thing about old Lego.
There's a whole video about old Lego.
See this? This is a weird character. See this? What's the difference? Oh, right, that's a square and that's normal. See this? These used to be paramedics when they first came out. See this? No hands and the arms can't move. See this? The old heads didn't even have faces on
No
them.
faces.
Except the smiley faces.
No smiley faces. None of us have smiley faces.
So none of them.
None of them.
The only things that were cool was nothing.
Uh-huh. I was his age when I had these pieces.
Yeah, you're 20.
Let's see, Josh is 10 now. That would have been 1977. When I was 10, I got my
I'm never
first...
going to be a nerd.
I got my...
Yeah.
I like being a nerd. When I was 10, I got my first Technic set. It was the 854 Go-Kart. I think it was 854. I think it's the number. Doesn't matter. I got the little blue Go-Kart. The year after that...
More old Lego.
No, it's not that old.
Yeah, it is. 1997.
That's Technic. The big Technic guys. I usually say Technique, just because that's an actual word, and Technic is the Lego word. So Technic, I gotta get used to saying. I do like this hairstyle, which is, you know, came out with the non-faces. I'm gonna wrap this up now because it has been going on too long. There's even a date on it. 21/11/85. That's when this motor was made. I don't think I ordered it too long after that. So I was a teenager in '85. I was a teenager until 1987. So I think that's great. I'm just gonna be impressed with myself for a while. That this motor, which has never turned before in its life, since 1985, is 2019. I'm not even gonna do math and figure out how many years that is.
I already know.
Okay, how many?
Okay, so 1995.
85.
1985.
Yep.
So, and it's 2019.
2019.
Okay, so 18 or 19?
2019.
I know, but last year, what are you talking about? Was it 18 or the 19?
That's 1985.
1985, so what is a century ago?
85, 95.
Wait, no, it was
2005,
a decade
2015,
ago.
30.
Wait, that was a decade ago. Like 4
30,
days.
33 years ago. So that motor has not spun in 33 years. So somebody's here at the door. I can hear the dog barking. So I will talk to you guys later.